Hey there, CityCast listeners. Are you ready to make a difference this holiday season? Food and Friends is a beacon of hope right here in DC, providing home-delivered, medically tailored meals and medical nutrition therapy to our neighbors battling cancer, HIV, AIDS, and other serious illnesses. And here's where you come in. Slice of Life, their annual pie sale, is now in its 18th year. The goal is to sell 6,000 pies, helping to provide an incredible 1.9 million meals for our neighbors in need. Better yet, these are not ordinary pies baked by schlubs like me. They are actually made to order by Whisked Bakery, the award-winning woman-owned local bakery. So here's the deal. Do good, feel good, and buy pies. Visit foodandfriends.org to place your order, and let's make this Thanksgiving a little brighter for those in need. That's foodandfriends.org, foodandfriends.org.
Hey, producer Julia here with a quick announcement. We are kicking off our first ever CityCast 6 Awards, where we recognize 6 individuals transforming DC in various categories. Think food, business, music, politics, etc. And we want your input. Check out the show notes for more information and cast your vote. Thanks much, and on to the show.
Today on CityCast DC, it's Eastern Market's 150th anniversary this weekend. I'm here with CityCast's Priyanka Tilve and Kayla Cody Stemmerman to talk history favorites and what's on tap for the celebration. Today's Wednesday, November 8th. I'm Bridget Todd, and here's what DC is talking about. It is the 150th anniversary of Eastern Market, which is kind of weird to think about, that spot that we're all so familiar with, having been there for 150 years. I'm here with Kayla and Priyanka to really celebrate what this means for the city. Do you all get out there very much?
I do. Yeah, I love Eastern Market, mostly on weekends, I guess. I love hopping into the actual very old building and getting some food and stuff in there. It's a fun time.
What about you, Kayla?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite places. I think it's always full of people. It's always happening. It's always exciting. There's tons of good food, lots of things to do. Very easy to spend a whole day there and not even realize it.
Oh my gosh, that's happened to me so many times. Like going there, I'm just going to pop in for an hour, and the next thing you know, it's 4 p.m.
Yeah, if you're me, it's easy to spend a whole lot of time there or a whole lot of money there, because there's always something that I end up buying. Even if I say I'm just going to walk around and enjoy the bustling city vibes. No, it's $80 later.
That's so true. Yeah, the last time I was there, my sister was visiting and we bought a bunch of things for my kitchen. I got new sunglasses. Like none of this was expected. We just wanted some food. So it's a dangerous spot.
My weakness is like the fresh fruit, like the fresh peaches and like the fresh apples and stuff this time of year really gets me. And God knows those are so expensive.
Yeah. They always have samples out, though, so that's fun.
True. I know, but that's what gets me, you know? I'm like, I don't need them. Then I try and I'm like, I do need these.
So Eastern Market actually has a pretty interesting history. Isn't that right, Priyanka?
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, like we said, it's 150 years old. So that means it opened in 1873. I feel like the number 150 can sound, like it does sound old, but then when you hear 1873, you're like, wow, that's old. It's cool because it was actually part of the original plan by L'Enfant for the city to have all of these kinds of local markets. And so Eastern Market emerged out of that original plan. And it was actually designed by the same architect who designed the Smithsonian Arts and Industries building. And then, yeah, like the original market was smaller, but then in 1908, it was expanded. That was when like the Central Hall and the North Hall were added. Unfortunately, over the first half of the 20th century, it did get less and less popular, though. So like by 1958, there were only 2 vendors left. It was the Southern Maryland Seafood stall and the Union Meat Company stall. And then by 1962, there was only 1 meat counter left, which was down from 22 during the market's heyday. So that was pretty sad. Like the first half of the 20th century, there was a slump. Our production assistant, Susanna, when I was talking to her about this, actually pointed out that it might have been partially because refrigerators in homes became really popular in the 1950s. And so maybe people didn't need to go to markets as regularly to restock, and that might have impacted popularity. This is like purely us speculating, but
at that time, there's also an influx of that's when like the modern grocery store as we know it kind of started and popped up, and like people could go to a grocery store and get like their vegetables, their meats, their breads, like all in one place. Whereas before, like these markets were really necessary to get all of those things in one place. So it kind of I think there was a shift in grocery store dynamics in DC.
That's so true. Yeah. But then in the 1960s, I guess like the latter half of the 1960s, there was an influx of new vendors when the city closed the downtown Northern Liberty Market. So Northern Liberty Market's loss was Eastern Market's gain, and the market has been sort of thriving since. I guess also nowadays there's been a resurgence of like people being excited about cute little markets, and there's a bit of, I guess, like allure to the farmer market vibe. So that even though obviously we have refrigeration and modern grocery stores, people enjoy the vibe of a market. And so I think that's why a lot of people go there. Another cool or kind of sad, but I guess interesting bit of history from Eastern Market is that there was a fire there in 2007. They have no idea what caused it. It led to kind of an unprecedented public and private partnership, like a big community building moment, because the city helped rebuild the market, but private organizations also helped. And they managed to restore the historical architectural features of the place too, but also added all of these higher tech improvements like energy efficient tinted windows, skylights, multiple bathrooms, and the huge deal, an HVAC system. AC was a game changer.
Yeah, it's pretty untenable without it.
Yeah. It was, I never went to Eastern Market before 2007, but I can imagine it was rough in there.
What if we told you that this could be a great time to save on a new home? The Arbor at Tacoma is situated for your most convenient urban lifestyle and is now offering 2.5% credit to use to buy down your interest rate below market rates or pay a portion of your closing costs on your brand new home. The kitchens feature striking dark navy and white cabinetry with champagne bronze hardware, and throughout the residence you'll find wood plank flooring and smart home technology. Select homes even feature a private outdoor space. Perfect whether you want to enjoy the vibrant Tacoma, DC community or comfortably retreat into a sleek sanctuary all your own. With a quick walk to the metro, the city is all yours. Or stay close and enjoy the on-site retail. Located at 218 Cedar Street Northwest, the Arbor Tacoma offers brand new 1- and 2-bedroom condos starting in the upper 300,000s. Visit thearborliving.com or contact our sales managers for more information. Our 2.5% credit is only available for a limited time. Again, visit thearborliving.com for details.
All right, picture this. You are at the airport or strolling through the grocery store, and suddenly there they are, someone who seems tailor-made for you. You know that feeling, right? The instant connection you can't ignore, but then they leave. Another missed connection? Not with Never Missed, a new dating app that turns those chance encounters into unforgettable beginnings. It's simple. Download the Never Missed app for free right now on the App Store or Google Play. In just moments, you will be ready to transform fleeting glances into lasting connections. Download the Never Missed app and make your story of how you met an unforgettable chapter in your journey.
Kayla, as someone who I think of as our resident foodie, what are some of your favorite spots in Eastern Market today?
Oh my God, yeah. So, I mean, when you think of Eastern Market, right, it's a neighborhood, obviously, but we're talking about just the market itself and inside the market itself. And there's a lot of things. So it is still a traditional market, right? I think it's a great place to get like your meats. There's multiple butchers, which is actually sort of a rarity in DC. There's some great delis. There's a ravioli stall where you can get fresh handmade ravioli, flowers, all of that sort of stuff, like traditional market grocery side of things. That being said, I think the thing I go to the most is probably Market Lunch, which is sort of that breakfast food stall at the end. And they have these blueberry buckwheat pancakes that are so good. They're so good. But it does get very crowded on weekends. So if you're going to go on a weekend, be prepared to wait or try to get out of your job and go on a weekday. That's really the best solution here.
Quit your job and get these pancakes,
It's worth
people.
it.
You heard it here
first. You don't
first.
have to quit, but you do have to take the day off.
Tell your boss, I'm out of here.
I have never done that. I've never done that. I would never do that.
You would never. You'd never.
But I have thought about it.
I am fully supportive of you going and getting some pancakes and then coming back and writing the newsletter after.
We need a CityCast pancake day. That's what it is.
Definitely.
Pancake meetup?
Absolutely.
Let's do it. Oh my gosh.
We can record from there.
Oh, we should. Yes. We can make a whole day of it. We could go to pancakes in the morning and then go to the Korean produce stall, which is at the southern end of the market. I love that place. They have these incredible pork skewers, and they've also got a lot of really hard to find Korean ingredients because there's no H Mart in DC, which like huge eye roll and very sad about that. But if you need Korean ingredients, they have house-made kimchi, seaweed salad, pre-marinated beef bulgogi. I love that place.
It's interesting because one of our Hey DC readers actually also messaged us saying that there's a lot of like Filipino vendors and ingredients and meats that you can find at the market that are unavailable elsewhere in DC. So it's a great place for home cooks to go who like can't get out to, Northern Virginia, to some of those, Eastern Asian grocery stores or markets.
I think it's really cool that we're talking about the Korean produce you can get there, the Filipino produce you can get there, considering that, again, this place is 150 years old and it's probably seen so many different kinds of vendors over the year. And I love the international nature of it today.
And I think both of you really spoke to how it's a great place that you can really like make a day or an afternoon of and really waste a lot of time. So if you go to Eastern Market and you're looking for things to do in the area, there's Capitol Hill Books, one of my favorite bookstores, Woven History and Silk Road, which is a rug and antique shop that will really transport you to the Far East. They work with Tibetan refugees in Nepal and Afghan refugees in Pakistan who dye and weave the products. They're very beautiful. And Paris Blue is a really cute gift shop to get trinkets and scarves and jewelry. If you're looking for that caffeine fix while you're in the area, check out 7th Street Hill Cafe if you're coming up the north, or Radici Market for a cappuccino and a leek Parmesan pastry. Delicious.
Oh my God, that leek Parmesan pastry is my favorite. I know I've said a lot of things are my favorite today, so take it with a grain of salt, but it's so good.
There's really so much you can do out there, and that's one of the reasons why we wanted to talk about it, to really celebrate that this has been out there for 150 years on November 12th.
Yeah, and I can't wait to hear about like some of the activities they're going to be doing there. Like, Bridget, you'd been looking at that, right?
Yeah. So the Eastern Market celebration has a lot of fun events. It kicks off with a Novemberfest with specially brewed beer from Atlas Brewery and live music. There's going to be historical tours by docents trained by the Capitol Hill Restoration Society, demonstrations of a flower arrangement from the Eastern Market business Blue Iris, a silhouette artist all day, turkey carving classes, borscht making classes, and a scavenger hunt. Oh, and they'll even have a look-alike of Adolf Klaus, the architect who designed the original Eastern Market. So be sure to check it out. Lots on the agenda.
Oh my God, I can't wait. That sounds so fun.
Yeah, sounds great.
Well, Kayla, Priyanka, thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you at Eastern Market.
Absolutely.
Yeah, can't wait. We'll have to have our like full day of food. So we'll see you there.
Coming for those pancakes. That's all for today here on CityCast DC. If you enjoyed the show, why not tell a friend that you're headed to Eastern Market with? They can rate the show, leave us a review, and subscribe to our morning newsletter. We'll be back tomorrow morning with even more news from around the city. Talk to you then.